Welcome back to Movie News. It is that time again.
Fun week for news.
Yeah, it was a bit of a fun week, wasn't it?
Yeah, a lot of stuff happening, but I kind of want to highlight like four topics. We're going to be talking about a possible Star Trek 4. We're going to be talking about
Pirates of the Caribbean reboot.
Yeah.
We got Justin Lin for SpiderMan 4. And Timothee Chalamet at Warner Brothers.
Let's start with that.
Ooh, I wondered if you were going to start with this. Give me the breakdown.
So Timothy, after the success of what was Dune 1 and 2 and Wonka, he has now signed a multi-year exclusive contract to star and produce movies for Warner Brothers solely for them. Your thoughts?
Yeah, so this is coming from Variety, and let me look. Chalamet, get that cheddar, because the man has got something going on with Warner Brothers. He's doing great. I mean, 3 box office bangers.
Yeah.
For during a time period where like a lot of especially during Wonka, that was a little bit of a struggle for a lot of people, but Wonka still came in strong. I still have yet to see it. You saw it.
I've seen it. It's fun.
And you were skeptical.
I was extremely skeptical, but I had a good time with it. I think the music, there's like 2-3 good songs. I'm like, yeah, this is fun. Musical numbers were great. I had a couple issues with like Timothy like portraying the character in one way, kind of like wacky, kooky, and then other times like being very like sincere and earnest. I'm just like, it just...
You felt flip-flop.
Yeah, flip-flop a lot. But I had a great time with Wonka.
So the thing I keep wanting to buy it and just and watch it, but I kind of want to watch it with my girls, and I think that's been delaying me. I might end up doing it this weekend. But I mean, I've seen Dune 2. You have not.
I have not yet.
And it's phenomenal, and I can totally see why Warner Brothers wants to latch on to somebody who has drive and has seen success. Warner Brothers has this weird relationship with their filmmakers and their crew, which is both beneficial and worrisome. So I wanted to know why do you think this is a good strategic move for Warner Brothers?
Yes. I don't know if it's a good move for Timothy.
Okay.
And again, we've talked about this. I would be, as a creator, as a creative, as a director, as a producer, I would be so hesitant to commit to anything with Warner Brothers because they are in a slashing diet right now, right?
You're right.
They're canceling movies that have already been made, produced, edited, and finalized, and they're cutting them. They're canceling things left and right, and it's a rocky situation. Now I get it; it's a business, right? So they have to prove that they're cutting expensive and that they're making profits, right?
Right.
And so I would be extremely hesitant unless I could, in my contract, I would put a clause in there that would say,
you can get it.
If you cut it, you still give me what box office projections were or a cut of it. That's the only way you would convince me to do anything with Warner Brothers.
Well, I mean, according to the Variety article, they say like he's probably getting a pretty good like some kind of salary or some kind of like chunk of money from not only the success but also probably like projected deal.
Yeah.
For what they're gonna do. I mean, him. Do you think that he would be? I mean, I don't know exactly. Does it talk a little bit about his role? Like, does he want to be a director, or does he want to be like a writer, or is he just like starring?
Starring and producing.
Oh, and producing.
Yeah.
Okay, so just like fronting or doing some portion of money.
Some portion and bringing up ideas to the studio.
Right.
Yeah.
And giving, some feedback or whatever in the production, but not necessarily leading.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, I don't know. We don't know what the full contract is. Like, do you think that, I mean, he's pretty talented. Do you think that he'll kind of steer the ship to be something he wants it to be? Or you think he'll be he'll be like back and forth with different styles of movies?
Yeah, I think it'll be a combination of both. I think they'll come up to him. I have no doubt that what's Warner Brothers? What's Discovery? The creepy CEO of Discovery. What's his name?
Zaslav.
Yeah, I have no doubt that he is sending someone to go whisper in James Gunn and be like, hey, we have Timothy. How can we incorporate him into the DC?
Okay, if they're going to incorporate them, if they were, they probably will be.
Like, I have no doubt that they're pushing.
Who would they put him in?
I don't know. Now, we talked about this in our podcast a couple of weeks ago, how Timothy has said he was told by Leonardo DiCaprio to never take on a comic book role.
You're true. Yeah. And,
right?
He was not. He was okay with it.
And he was like, yeah, I'm not. But then, like, most recently, he's like, yeah, I'll do it if a good script comes along, right? I mean, they did announce Teen Titans last week. And then this announcement, would he want to, like, produce, maybe star in something like that? I don't know. But I have no doubt that Zaslav is, like, telling James Gunn, hey, we just cut this deal. How do you get Timothy into your universe?
I don't know. He wouldn't be a good Dick Grayson, but he might be a good... No, I don't know. He might. Dick Grayson's an actor. Like, he's an acrobat, so he's got to have a broad shoulder. But he probably get yoked.
You could get yoked. I would, if I was him, I would not commit to anything DCU. I would wait for like the first like 3 movies to come out.
I would follow Leo's advice.
Yeah.
And I would either ride the wave of Dune. Like my recommendation, I'd ride the wave of Dune. I would do other IPs that Warner Brother has and like bring them back to life in some fashion with some like a skilled team of some kind.
Yeah.
And then partner up with some freaking like some good some solid rom-coms from him would be really fun.
Yeah, but I think he wants to go for his.
He wants to go for
he wants another Oscar nomination.
Yeah,
he does.
Yeah, it is. I'll read this. Working with Mike DeLuca, Pam Abdi,
yeah,
and their team on Wonka and Dune over these last few years have been a deeply rewarding experience, Chalamet said. These are studio heads who believe in real movie making, and I'm so grateful for their support as an actor, producer, and collaborator. This partnership feels like a natural next step. Let's go.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how these guys treat you.
Okay, what else? What's the next thing on the docket?
I want to talk about Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't even know what number we're at. Anyways, Jerry Bruckheimer, he's recently doing the rounds for the latest movie, the latest Guy Ritchie movie. Is it Guy Ritchie? Anyways, it's the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Anyways, he was asked about Top Gun and Pirates. Which of those two would most likely get a sequel next? Okay, and this is what he said. He was being interviewed by comicbook.com. You don't know how they come together because with Top Gun, you have an actor who is iconic and brilliant. Talking about Tom. And how many movies he does before he does Top Gun, I can't tell you. But we're going to reboot Pirates. So that is easier to put together because you don't have to wait for certain actors. Johnny? Is that who he's talking about?
I mean, maybe. Look, or Orlando Bloom, or...
Orlando Bloom is not being like he's not in high demand.
Look, did people want a reboot of Pirates?
Here's the thing. I think no matter how you approach this, you're gonna screw it up. Like if you go with Johnny, you have the fan base of people that love Jack Sparrow, whatever. But you're also bringing the baggage of his recent scandals and whatnot, and even that most recent Pirates, right? That last Pirates, I don't think you've seen it, but everyone just looks so tired in it. Like people just look exhausted, and like So anyways, you go that route. That's the issue you have. You go with a new cast. People are going to miss the old cast. If you go with this, has been my pitch for like the last 8 years. Bring back Zoe Saldana, who was in the first one, in a minor character.
Yeah.
Okay. And build like a crew around her. Yes, you can bring in the Keira Knightleys and Orlando Blooms, but like
as cameos of some kind for the world.
But like Zoe Saldana, like she's incredible. She
makes bangers. I saw this thing on Twitter. Dude. How many movies?
She's done the Avatars.
She's been in like 6 movies that have all made over $2 billion or something like that, right?
No brainer.
No brainer.
Bring her in.
She's phenomenal in the
Paramount the Lioness.
Operation Lioness or whatever. Yeah. She's like, I mean, her as like a CIA operator person, killer,
Yeah.
phenomenal. So
I just feel like
that's a good.
that's what I've been saying for years. Bring her back, give her the franchise. But if you go with a new cast, right, people are going to complain. I feel like they're going to want to. So in the last movie, okay, you have Johnny Depp and not Johnny Depp, Keira Knightley and Orlando Bloom's son,
Right,
is a character,
Yeah.
okay, and they introduce a Keira Knightley character type, okay, and this they basically took
the first one, but as the kids,
Yeah.
and that's the hoping to like maybe loop it back, and that's my.
And I feel like they're gonna want to do that with like a Johnny Depp with a Jack Sparrow type, and it's not gonna be good. I know what, like a year and a half ago, Margot Robbie was
Yeah.
attached to something.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's too late now
Yeah.
for this franchise. I could be wrong. Anything can be good. Okay? But I feel like it might be too late.
Anything can be good.
Anything can be good. Except for Madam Web.
Okay.
Anyway, we'll see what happens with
All right.
this. But at least we know we're getting a Top Gun 3 sometime. Maybe.
Maybe
We'll see.
we'll see. All right.
Okay, next on the docket, I want to talk about the rumor of Spider-Man 4, Tom Holland's Spider-Man 4, and Justin Lin from Fast and the Furious possibly coming in and directing it. So this comes from Jeff Snyder. So this has been reported from Jeff Snyder that Justin Lin is in contention to helm Spider-Man 4, Tom Holland's Spider-Man 4. Also, it's been said that it's supposed to start filming this fall.
Whoa. So we don't know. Like they're gonna start filming this fall, and like,
That's a production date on it. Is they want to start filming on.
but they haven't nailed down director.
Nor do I think they have down a fully fleshed script.
Oh boy.
Now this also happened with the last one, where they were literally they hadn't signed Andrew Garfield nor Tobey Maguire until halfway through production.
That is true. That's true.
So I think they're just going to
They're
this is a date.
Let's just get moving.
Let's get moving. Zendaya is no longer doing Euphoria that was supposed to go into production this fall. Let's get her down for it. And I think they're
gonna go for it.
They're going for it. So
Okay. Well,
now tell me, Justin Lin directed which ones?
he's done the last 4
of Fast.
I think so. Maybe not. I don't think the last one was directed by him.
No, wasn't he the one that was brought in last minute to direct the last one? Because
Oh,
no. I don't know. No, he was the one that quit,
Yeah.
right? And someone was brought in like a week before.
Yeah. Okay. So he's directed. Oh, I hate when that happens. Furious,
directed-
Fast 5, Fast 6. Didn't do Fast 7 and 8. Then came in for 9. And
So
then
he's directed like 4 of these,
yeah. And he did Star Trek Beyond.
which is, I've always said, the best one.
Yeah. Look, you haven't seen some of these other Fast and Furious, and like you're. Without a doubt, we're gonna have Madam Web. And I actually feel confident in Justin Lin's ability to come in and like give us a good directional input, provide additional writing support. If he's done it all, he knows how to come in and craft really great stories with the characters that are there and that are beloved. And most of the time, people really enjoy what he does.
Yeah.
Now, do I think he will do it? He'd probably do it, I guess.
Anyone will do it for the right amount of money.
I know, it's true. But I would be hesitant because, not hesitant, I'm like, yeah, I'd be hesitant just because the way with Sony and everything going on with Disney, like that would be a hard sell. Justin Lin wants, I think he I don't know. I mean, it feels like this would be a good step for him to go to Spider-Man 4 and then be able to direct, like have a huge success with another Tom Holland movie because like everyone loves Tom Holland. They want another Spider-Man in the iconic suit
Yeah.
with an actual like Spider-Man villain. Not the Spider-Man, but like so maybe they do Sinister Six or they do something else with some of the other previous like characters from the movie or whatever. And it does really well because people have been wanting Spider-Man. They come back, and then he could then do something else and help the other properties. But it kind of feels like a far stretch because Sony will then want to maybe push for the unification of some of these other properties that they're trying to do, and that's where the downfall will be.
Look, I would be very cautious. Any director approaching Spider-Man right now it's a risky move because of, like you said, that whole dynamic between Disney and Sony, right?
Yep.
I like the idea. There's rumors that they're really like wanting to like build a story where it's just really stripped down of Spider-Man, of Peter Parker, New York. He has none of his gadgets, no support from anyone, which I'm all down for. Yep. Like, I'm ready for this new trilogy of Spider-Man movies to, like, show us an adult Spider-Man. And just, like, the struggles of, like, adulthood and, like, what it means to be a vigilante and, like, these lessons that he learned as a teenager. How does he incorporate them as an adult, right? So I'm ready for that aspect. I think Justin Lin, I think it'd be great to see him take on. I think he does from the Star Trek movie. Like, he is really good at his action set pieces and really, like, capturing that on screen and creating the tension.
Yeah.
So, like, give it to him.
Yeah. I would definitely watch it. All right. Speaking of Star Trek and...
Yeah.
Give me the breakdown for Star Trek.
So Netflix is doing a series of Star Trek that was announced like a couple months ago. It's almost they're pitching it almost like as a origin story of everything. Interesting, but they're going back to Star Trek, the J.J. Abrams Star Trek that he launched back in 2009, and they have a writer in Steve Yockey, who did the series The Flight Attendant. Did you see that?
So I did the first 2 episodes. It was quirky. The premise was pretty good. At least the first 2 episodes were pretty solid. I didn't finish it, but I know a lot of people enjoyed it. I don't remember why I stopped. I think I just had something else. But yeah, it was decent.
This is interesting in the sense that, one, this franchise has just been struggling to, like, it's been having diminishing returns since the first one. And I think there's a love for this cast. It's a phenomenal cast, but it hasn't really picked up its traction. A couple years ago, there was Simon, what's his name?
Pegg.
Simon Pegg, who wrote the 3rd one.
Correct.
Who was also going to write the 4th one. They were going to do another They're going to bring back Chris Pine and Chris Hemsworth, his dad, and they were going to do a mission together, but they couldn't agree on contracts for that one. So that one got shelved, and now they're going here with this one.
Okay, a couple of things here. One, what the heck is CBS doing? They started is it Paramount? No,
Paramount.
Paramount. They started Paramount Plus, and it was going to be the home for Star Trek, and now it's completely divided up again. With Netflix bringing on this as like a potential, or as a new movie.
They're doing a movie, Netflix, I think, or a show. It might be a show, actually.
I mean, they have Strange New Worlds, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
Lower Decks, fantastic.
Yeah.
Some really great Star Trek. Picard and Discovery. Discovery just finished up. Picard, I think, is done. I can't remember off the top of my head. But then they have Prodigy that got finished and got sent. Netflix picked that up. I don't know if it's doing well or not, but overall, I'm for bringing these characters back. I think they're, like you said, I thoroughly enjoy them, even if they did in some other capacity, and then they like handed off the baton to some other new characters. I think they could easily do something really interesting.
I mean, this is being pitched as the final chapter for this cast.
Oh, well, that would be great because
then You close this book and go on with other
and
things,
you
right?
move on to the things, and we have something that we can kind of end
Yeah.
on a great, whatever.
I don't think they're going to do it, though.
No.
A couple of reasons. One, you have so much already going that people already like that this is kind of taking a back seat. Second, this cast, as phenomenal as it is, they're just too expensive now.
Yeah, they lost their window.
They lost their window. They should have been pumping these out every 2-3 years.
And been out. But I mean, yeah, like you said, there's probably a couple of them that would come back. But the problem is the chemistry and the jive of some of the core characters that we'd sorely lack in the continuation of the story would be missed, which would mean it wouldn't do great.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I would love to see it happen, but I'm with you. I don't know if it would actually make it there.
Very well. All right. Well, those are all the news we have for this week. Comment below. Let us comment below. Let us know your thoughts. We want to hear from you. And if there's anything else that we missed, let us know, and we'll keep this conversation going.
We'll see you in the next one.